Tampa has scored the only run that came in the first.
Milwaukee gets the tying and winning runs on base in the bottom of the ninth.
Missed inside.
After an uncontested double steal gets the winning run to third base, with 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter.
He got it, but it rolls behind Pinto, and the Brewers have tied the game. Now Ryan Addington is waving it off, and Pat Murphy out to talk about it. Pat Murphy is probably already a bit hot under the collar because of a call yesterday.
Aaron Judge's slide, Andy Fletcher after the game admitted the umpires missed the call, so it's the second consecutive game with umpire controversy. Now, I said Judge's slide was illegal and should have been interference, so let's look at the rules for this play at home plate.
He says the ball was in the dirt.
That's true. The ball was in the dirt, got away from the catcher, and the run scored, but Addington from the very get-go had arms above his head calling time. That's what you do to kill the play. Why did he do that?
Boom, boom.
Oh, clubbed him in the head.
Yep. So the play's dead right there.
Poor Pat. He's had to argue so much lately. Rule 603A3 comment, inadvertent backswing contact. If a batter strikes at a ball and misses and swings so hard, they carry the bat all the way around and in the judgment of the umpire, unintentionally hit the catcher or the ball in back of them on the backswing, it shall be called a strike only, not interference. Now here's the confusing part. It's in the book under batter illegal action, but under the subsection that relates to interference. But again, this is not interference. The ball will be dead, no runners shall advance. This is not interference, it is inadvertent backswing contact, which is colloquially deemed backswing interference, except the rule clearly says it's not interference. Oh, and if you're in high school, it's not backswing, it's follow-through, and it is interference at that level, but in pro, it's not.
So it hasn't been going great for Milwaukee in terms of controversial calls.
There were 2 strikes on the batter, so a third strike means the batter's out, but this was an uncaught third strike wild pitch. What happens here?
An out is recorded, and they're going to send Frelick back to third.
You'll remember in a prior video I said in order to call interference, the violator actually has to interfere with someone. The ball was already past the catcher when he got hit on the head, so why is this anything? Answer, the rule states this is not interference. It's as simple as that. Interference has a discretionary cause and effect judgment associated, but backswing does not. The rule writes it in a very black and white way. Did the backswing make contact with the catcher or not? If it did, it's a dead ball. No interference, but runners return and a strike gets added to the count. It's just a dead ball strike.
I think is he saying that the backswing interfered with Pinto?
Yeah, it must have.
Not exactly. The only exception to this rule is if the runner were to be retired. But it's not a judgment of whether or not it's interfered with. It's did the backswing hit the catcher or didn't it? It's pretty obvious on video.
You know, and Pat Murphy's probably saying, hey, look, that ball, yeah, swing and miss. It was down. It was by Pinto before that bat came and clipped him on the head. So that the play really had already been decided by the time.
We've covered backswing a lot here.
That's his normal swing. That's his normal follow-through.
Now, most cases, the catcher does end up catching the ball.
Oh, they're going to put him back.
That's ridiculous. If Joe West made this call, he should get run, too.
But it doesn't get any clearer than 2017 postseason. Similar wild pitch situation. The umpire no calls it, though. And after the game, the league office put out a statement saying this should have been called. Because, again, the rule is very black and white. Did contact occur or not? That's it. It doesn't matter what the timing is. It doesn't matter if you think there was interference. The ruling is just if there's contact or not. That's all you have to call. And that is reinforced by the league's public statement in 2017 after this call was not made in the playoffs.
That changes everything.
Back to Milwaukee, Murphy's argument goes on for quite a while, and the broadcasters have some interesting theories.
So he should still be able to go to first base, and it's not an out.
Right.
Because it does not affect a wild pitch.
Like, I get it, because the ball was away, so the runner, you'd think the runner would score, the batter runner would get to first base, but as soon as that backswing hits the catcher's head, the play's dead. There's no judgment. Runners have to go back. batter has to be called out because it is strike 3 and it's a dead ball strike. So he doesn't even have the opportunity to go to first base because it's a dead ball now. That's just how the rule is.
Incidental contact, at least if nothing else, Bauers got to be at first base.
In officiating, incidental contact is legal contact that occurs during play. Inadvertent contact is unintentional contact that either is legal or illegal. Backswing is an example of inadvertent contact. It is illegal, but not intentional.
I mean, that's incidental contact. I'm not sure how you call that.
It's really not that difficult. If the contact occurred, you have to call it. There is no other option by rule. You must call this.
Interference on Bauers, though.
No, it's very explicitly not interference.
The ball was by him before he hit him on top of the head.
Pat Murphy gets ejected for the first time.
Just incidental contact. That's just a bad call.
It's not incidental.
They're going to call interference on Bauers. He's out. Then you have to.
It's a brick wall. It's not interference. It's not incidental. It's inadvertent backswing contact.
He makes contact after the ball already gets away.
Yeah, gets him on the.
And that's all you need to call it. Did it happen? Yes, we're done.
To say fertilizer. He's saying fertilizer.
I get that. You know, that Frelick's got to go back to third base, but why is he out?
Why are these jeans all covered in hair?
Why is anything anything?